Just going to do a little update here. Police complaints, requesting public information. Just got this today. So Sergeant DePrima was assigned it. I got a letter finally from Mr. Seaman, the chief of police. So, it's Tuesday the 17th of December 2013. Sergeant DePrima works Friday through Saturday. I left a message at 9:46 a.m. on Thursday, 12:12. So I got this letter today, so I decided to call again. And oh, I'm sorry, DePrima was out last week. Oh, and he will be out until January 1st. His supervisor is Captain D'Antonio, who's in a meeting right now. But I called him and left a message. What a runaround. So, this is all going back to my neighbor, drinking and driving, hit and runs. The guy's an alcoholic. I mean, best I know, alcoholic. I don't know. It's my humble opinion that he's an alcoholic. So, been going on for years. So to recap, he knocked over 30 feet of my fence one day and did not leave a note, did not leave any pertinent information, driver's license, insurance, etc. Did not call the owner of the property that he damaged. Later on, as my wife came home from down the driveway, he apologized and said he'd fix it, which was in the middle, basically. So when I got home, I called the cops out. And Officer Carrizosa came out and said there was nothing he could do about it. We'll just leave it at that. Misdemeanor, not committed in the presence of an officer. It was private property. It was on private property. So I had some talks with some other sergeants and whatever concerning that, and then shit kind of died down because I guess I'm pretty patient like that. And a short while later, my neighbor again was trying to back out of his driveway, and one of his friends had pulled up really close to his vehicle, and they were not going to move their vehicle. They did not want him to go and drive anywhere because, he had been drinking, and they're trying to save his drunk ass. But he proceeded to ram the vehicle several times, like his Z71, and he was ramming like an older black Jeep Cherokee or something. He did some damage to it, whatever, but I called the police out on that one too, and I had seen him drinking that night and, knew he was drunk for sure that night. And Officer Young came out and pretty much said the same shit, I even had friend police officers give me the same shit about a misdemeanor not committed in the presence of an officer. And so Officer Young pretty much told me the same thing. He proceeded to harass a couple of Toby's friends who were on private property, just hanging out, observing, you know what I mean, and told them to leave, basically called a cab for them, I didn't mention that in the last video, just like the most awkward crap ever, and I don't know if I need to go over the whole misdemeanors and infractions not committed in the presence of an officer or whatever. But just why are they protecting this guy? Does he have money? Does he know someone who's in the department? Last I checked, the guy has 15 misdemeanors to his name. And it's just an accident waiting to happen, especially a drunk accident, you know what I mean? It just seems like every time I call the Los Gatos Police Department out for this guy, nothing happens. And like I said earlier, I'm a pretty patient guy. And I've lived here for 15 years. And a lot of stuff has happened. A lot of property damage, a lot of me wasting my time trying to keep this guy in check, and I never seem to really get any help from the local authorities. So I'm pursuing it. I'm pretty pissed. Yeah, so pissed. I get really pissed. And I filed complaints on the two officers for not doing their duties appropriately. I mean, if I have to go over the list of exceptions for the misdemeanor not committed in the presence of an officer, I will. I think I should. It's right here. The exceptions are: a peace officer has statutory authorization to arrest for misdemeanors which did not occur in the officer's presence under limited circumstances. One are juvenile arrests, which, like I said in my other video, is really fucking creepy. Another is driving while under the influence arrest. Driving while under the influence of alcohol and or drugs when any of the following circumstances exist. Vehicle code weird S thingy 40,300.5. The person was involved in a traffic accident. The person is observed in or about a vehicle that is obstructing a roadway. The person will not be apprehended unless immediately arrested. Still don't understand that one. The person may cause injury to himself or herself or damage property unless immediately arrested. And finally, the person may destroy or conceal evidence of the crime unless immediately arrested. And a part of that, destroying evidence of a crime is the fact of like concealing alcohol, and you're destroying evidence by leaving the scene and not, being subject to like a breathalyzer or a blood test or something like that. You're concealing evidence. You're destroying over time the evidence of alcohol in your system. So there we go. Now I got to talk to some more motherfuckers. And I'm kind of doing the public records request thing too right now to try and get audio recordings. And of course incident reports. I really want to have the audio recordings. But that looks iffy, according to, is it Kira Johnson. Audio recordings from the officers might be available if the officers turn them on. And then if they turn them on, they might be available if the Los Gatos Police Department has not purged the system of them. And then, now that we're on to, public information, 22 cents per page for criminal reports, incident reports, I guess. $55 for a CD-ROM of an audio recording. But I'm pretty sure Public Information Act says that you can review any of the evidence. You don't have to have any of the evidence. You don't need them to make copies of the evidence for you. You can just review the evidence. And I suppose in reviewing, you can make your own damn copies. I haven't seen a law that says you can't make your own copies. They'd probably really fucking freak out if you started taking pictures of stuff. So anyway, that's my slant on it. I got to work on collecting some evidence from them, maybe some recordings, get the conversations of these officers. Slowly but surely, I think this is going to be bigger than whatever. I'm just tired of paying out but not receiving the benefits. Apparently, like, do I want any benefits at all, or should I just, protect myself and tie the guy up or whatever? So, still ongoing. Yours truly and the Los Gatos Police Department in the Bay Area of California. 2013 goings on. My neighbor, hit and runs, damaging property, drinking and driving, misdemeanors not committed in the presence of an officer, and officers not fulfilling their duties, not upholding their oaths to serve and protect. So, I guess that's it again. I'm posting this one too. Blah. Fed up with it.